I never thought about it, but back in '85, the Cosby Show and Family Ties was battling. Same network. And though Cosby was number one, 3 million difference, they were one and two on the networks. Who says that you can't have family based shows, black and white, and be successful in the same time? Who says you can't do that? That's an interesting hit because they were two of the most iconic things. Now the interesting thing about it, because people don't want to talk about it now because it ain't fashionable and it ain't cool. Bill Cosby was America's TV's dad. He was hotter than Hades, and Michael J. Fox was a big name at the box office. But it's interesting that when we do the family aspect of it, Cosby was bigger as the parent, and J. Fox was bigger as the playing the child, playing the child of the in the role, because you couldn't sell, even though they were known, you couldn't sell the Family Ties couple as big as Bill Cosby, and that's amazing when you think about it. That's how big Bill Cosby was. I mean, but they were both household names. It's just that it's interesting in the dynamics. Now, Lisa Bonet had some crossover, of course. Malcolm Jamal had some crossover, but they didn't really transcend like Michael J. Fox did. He was big on TV and big on film. Now, Bill Cosby had some success at the box office, but he was bigger on TV. You could actually make the case that in some ways, even though Cosby did have some box office success, he did have some, but you could actually make the case that Cosby's film career is kind of similar to Chris Rock's in the sense that he had some success with the box office, but it wasn't as big in the name until but he was huge on TV. But you can make that case that his film career didn't quite transcend for a guy that was important to comedy. But any having said that though, he did have some big hits though. He did have some hits though, but they weren't like gigantic. You know, he wasn't. Let's set the stuff he did with Sidney Poitier, because most of the stuff didn't really take him to that. It was TV that made Cosby huge, and he was a groundbreaker on TV. So, but anyway, interesting. These shows were one and two back in '85, 40 years ago, and that they were the two biggest shows, and they showed that you could have a successful black household and a successful white household on the same network. Because some people just think that that is like they can't believe that could possibly be true. It did happen, you know, and the Keaton